welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to be taking you through all of my 2024 planner purchases because as you can see I've bought quite a few. This is everything that's basically dated for next year. One of them you've already seen, the Take a Note, because I did share an unboxing a couple of weeks ago. If you haven't seen that, I will drop a link in the cards just because I'll probably cover it in more detail in that video than this one because I've got quite a bit to get through. Kicking off with kind of the smallest first, this is the most recent purchase. It literally arrived actually in the post today, so I was lucky that it arrived in time. This is the Midori Pocket, I think it's called Pocket monthly calendar, and it's basically just a dated insert that is very cute, very funky, has a few notes pages in the back. And yeah, I saw it at a Traveller's Notebook meetup I went to a couple of weeks ago. One of the ladies there had it in her passport TN and I was like, that is perfect. I had already bought another undated insert for my passport, but I really hate writing out the dates and kind of sorting it all out. Having something just kind of pre-printed, just that I can jot in and not have to worry about no matter, you know, what time of the year it is, because I'll inevitably get some sort of plan for a month that I haven't set up in my undated and it will annoy me. So yeah, having it already done just is one less thing that I need to do. Also, it comes with a pen loop, and in my current passport TN I have a Lechterm pen loop, which is fine, but it doesn't really work too well with my Caraco Sport, which is a new one that I've just received. It was an anniversary gift and I absolutely love the colour, but it's a bit of a faff to get into here, whereas in the plastic pen loop of this, it is easy to get into. I might need to buy a clip for the Caraco, but that's not the end of the world. I probably would have ended up getting one anyway, because it just, you know, makes it a little bit easier in terms of storing and things like that, and maybe probably what I should have done for the Lechterm. But anyway, added bonus, pen loop, and it means that the pen loop will kind of be more, because at the moment it's kind of right at the back there, because this is where my monthly insert is, it will be a little bit more centered and will probably not kind of squidge everything in the way that it does at the moment. It will kind of sit more in the middle. So yeah, that is purchase number one. Very cute, very lovely, obviously perfect colour. They do it in two designs, so they do it in this character whose name I can't remember, but he's the famous Midori character that you will recognise if you've bought anything Midori, and they also have the cat one, and I think they have it in two sizes. They have it in a large size and then this pocket size, which fits nicely, as I've seen kind of in person, in the passport. So yeah, perfect. Carrying on with a yellow theme, this will not be a surprise. This is the Hobonichi Weeks, and for the first time, I mean, this is only the second year they've done it, but I've actually got it in English. Last year I ordered from Amazon Japan and they didn't seem to have a lot of the English in stock, or they hadn't taken enough in stock, and I'm not that bothered about it being English, so yeah, I just ordered the Japanese last year, whereas this time they had it in stock in my usual yellow, so I ordered it. I also picked up a fresh clear cover just because I thought it would be nice to have new covers, because my old ones were looking a bit tatty and they do kind of get a bit ripped here. So yeah, nice new cover, fresh start to the year, and yeah, had to be done. I can't not have a Weeks at this point. Next up we have my B6 Take a Note. Again, I obviously did a full kind of unboxing of this a few weeks ago, so I will have left the link and we'll pop it in the description as well. Yeah, I had to have this. I really enjoyed my Take a Note the year that I had it a couple of years ago in A5. It just, the size did not work for me, coupled with the layout, whereas this B6 size is kind of perfect for how I want to do my weekly planning. I'm currently doing it in my weeks. I've been moving it into this next year, and yeah, I'm really excited to get cracking with it. I then have another new size for me for this year. So the B6 is new. The standard TN size is also new. So for my birthday, I was gifted a beautiful standard TN from my mother, because she'd seen me eyeing them up in Art from the Heart when I went earlier in the year. And so yeah, she bought me one, and I am really looking forward to setting it up, as this will be kind of my memory keeping journal kind of thing. So I've got, yeah, a year's worth of weekly inserts, which is what my kind of top line memory keeping will be done in, just kind of an overview of the day. And then I'll have some blank inserts from Good Impressions that will kind of house my usual memory keeping and journaling that I would normally do in the Cousin. Which then brings me on to my final planner, which is the Hobonichi Cousin. You'll notice that I haven't really mentioned how I'm using my Hobonichi weeks. That's because it doesn't necessarily have a use yet. It was more of a, I'm going to buy one because I can't not have a weeks, and I'm going to do that really bad thing of deciding how to use it later, which goes against everything that I talked about in one of my videos a few weeks ago around planning your planners, but that is just sometimes what happens when you are slightly addicted to planners and stationery. Anyway, on to my Cousin. So I accidentally ended up with the Japanese version instead of the English, but like I said, I'm not too bothered about Japanese. I'm used to it now. I've been in Hobonichi for what, 6 or 7 years, so yeah, if I was bothered by it, I would have stopped using Japanese planners long ago. So as I've mentioned, the standard size will be for my memory keeping and journaling, which this is normally used for, but it's also used as my commonplace planner. So that's basically going to be its main and only use this year. I got a fresh new Midori cover to go on it again because my other one was looking a bit tatty, so I've already done the whole kind of stretching it in place, which is basically squeeze it on and then put it underneath a load of heavy books, and then you end up with a cover that fits very nicely, even though it looks like it doesn't to begin with. I never bother using the hairdryer trick because just, yeah, heavy books usually does it for me. So yeah, this will be just kind of notes, commonplacing, my reference, where kind of, you know, if I want to plan something for the shop, just do some kind of brainstorming, or my goal planning will be in here. I will use the monthlies as social media planning again, because that is something that actually did work well for me this year, up until the point I did One Book July, and then I kind of never went back to it. I'm starting again towards the end of the year, but yeah, so this should keep very nicely in terms of being slick and clean, because it won't get bulked up with a load of stickers and photos, because that's in my standard size. So yeah, I'm hoping that by the end of the year this will be a lovely, neat, tabbed up reference document effectively, and it will probably last me more than 1 year because I won't write 365 days worth of notes, so maybe even 3 years, because I don't use the dates in terms of date specific. If you've not seen any of my Cousin videos before, I do kind of talk about my process in a bit more detail, but effectively the days are what I use as kind of what page it is. So I write what, you know, what is on that page in the correct date. So if I'm looking for something, maybe it's, you know, my YouTube planning or present ideas or something like that, I know I can come here, find it, and then flip to the page. So yeah, this can last me several years, and it's just everything referenced in one place, which I think will be much better than last year, or rather this year's version of this being a bit of notes, a bit of memory keeping, and it being a bit jumbled. I will do kind of full setup videos on all the planners once they are kind of set up and good to go. I tend to kind of do that closer to the time. Sometimes it ends up being a bit of a Christmas job while I'm off work. Sometimes I kind of do it a little bit earlier. As and when I have them, I will share them. I'll probably kind of bucket it up, so I'll show you kind of my TNs and how I've set them up, my B6 and then my Hobonichis. But hopefully you enjoyed this video. Hopefully it was a nice quick one. If you do have any questions about the planners or how I'm going to use them, feel free to drop them in the comments. I'll leave a link to everything in terms of where I got it in the description. If there's anything else that you've seen that I've not mentioned, let me know and I'll let you know where I got it. And yeah, hopefully you enjoyed this. Please like and subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.